guess my teaching fate wasn't truly sealed until I was a student teacher in the classroom at Harvard Park, and I saw the difference you could make on so many levels. And so there was no going back. Then I knew that teaching was truly, truly for me.
Claire Benoit is my teacher, and I've had her for first, second, and fifth grade, and she's helped me a lot with my math, and she's always explained to me what needs to be done.
Miss Benoit is a good teacher because she got us into the Rube Goldberg project, which taught us a bunch of things about engineering, and now that has made me want to be an engineer when I'm older.
And that's what we know, right? Each of those is worth, so 1 cube equals a cubic inch. That can also be written as inches cubed, 1 inch cubed. We're trying to find the volume. Another way of saying that is how many, what, boys and girls? You know that you are touching a child's life, or I do, when they are excited to come to school, no matter what their academic level is. That means that lets me know that I'm meeting them where they're at.
I like Miss Benoit because she always has the best sense of style, and she will come to school in rubber rain boots and bright yellow tights, and she just makes it work.
So if I was to come across a rock that had my legacy, I'm hoping that it would in some way reflect a quote that I kind of live by, and it's by Sarah Van Breetnock, and she said, "The world needs dreamers and the world needs doers, but above all, the world needs dreamers that do." And so I want my rock to reflect that I was both a dreamer and a doer.
I knew I was going to be a teacher from the time I was a little girl. I remember teaching my brother and my sister. They loved every minute of it too, I'm sure. I remember teaching all of the daycare children, the neighborhood kids. I come from a family of educators, and I think it was my career choice before I even knew it was my career choice.
I wrote a letter in support of nominating Mrs. Duffy for Teacher of the Year. I was so happy that everyone was putting together a nomination packet for her. She's a really, really amazing teacher.
I like Mrs. Duffy because she teaches us a lot of things. Because she's kind and nice and helpful. I like Mrs. Duffy because her teaching us. I like Mrs. Duffy because she takes us to the gym.
Hi, children! Shall we do a story about my silly animals again?
Yeah!
Amira, you did not meet Mrs. Wishy-Washy, did you?
Wishy-washy. I like Mrs. Duffy because she says nice things to us. I like Mrs. Duffy because she takes good care of us.
My teaching legacy would be that I was very inspirational to many, that I really did make a difference in children's lives, that I was loved by many, and that my students knew that I loved them.
I realized early on that I wanted to be a teacher. My neighbor was a teacher and lots of people in my family were in education, and I decided really in first grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I've never looked back.
Miss Poppenhouse lets you do fun activities. She doesn't hurt my feelings. Miss Poppenhouse is doing her job and she be's nice to one of another.
Not I, said the dog. Not I, said the cat. Not I, said the mouse. Then I will do it myself. I think that students would say that they had a blast in school, that they loved coming to school every day, that hopefully I made an impact in their life and that their life is better now because they had a great start and foundation in school.
Miss Poppenhouse lets us go outside and have fun at recess. Miss Poppenhouse is a loving teacher and she cares for other people. Miss Poppenhouse lets us have celebrations when we do good things that may be big. Miss Poppenhouse is nice and she lets us have free toys.
The passion of teaching comes from children and students that I interact with every day. They inspire me to be a better teacher, and I just am thrilled to come to work every morning.
Stoners is nice because her leads us. Mrs. Poppenhouse is nice to us because she lets us play with her toys.
Well, I'm hoping that my legacy will live on for centuries, and that the plaque that will describe me and have lots of different adjectives that inspire other people: fun, interactive, energetic, loving, caring, rigorous, and exciting.
I didn't want to be a teacher at first. I wanted to be a lawyer because I like to argue. So that's the kind of the funniest thing is my older sister and I argued all the time, and my dad always said I talk to hear myself talking. So it wasn't until I kind of went away to college that I became a music teacher.
And I like music because we get to sing my favorite songs, and Miss Tennant is the best teacher. I like Miss Tennant because she teaches us how to sing.
Hello, this is my music class. I like Mrs. Tennant because she made the best musics ever.
Hello, my name is Danielle Tennant. I nominated Mary Tennant, the music teacher at both Black Hawk and Harvard Park Elementary Schools. I felt that she has been a hard worker with the students. She goes above and beyond what's expected for the district.
I'm very caring, I'm very giving. I want what's best for my students. I think it's important to remember who you are and what you stand for. And that's the thing that I've lived my life by so far, is remembering who you are and what you stand for, and make the right choices, because it doesn't matter in life. You know, life is too short, and I've learned that with the death of my mother, and that was kind of the thing, that just live life to its fullest, and you can go places if you put your mind to it and to believe in yourself.
I think I always knew that I wanted to be a teacher. I had a grandmother that was a teacher, and when I got into high school and was looking for what career I wanted, teaching just automatically popped up.
I like Mrs. Thompson because she teaches lots of things in many ways.
I think Mrs. Thompson should be Educator of the Year because she's a great teacher and I don't know what I would do without her. like Miss Thompson because she's an awesome teacher. I think she's great because she is good at teaching, and she's really nice, and if any of us need help, she'll help us.
For me, it comes from within. It's just something I love to do and always have. I think it may come somewhat from the children as they are ignited by the learning that they have. It's just an intrinsic thing inside of me.
Okay, so you're ready? Have you written in here exactly what it is, why you think that's testimonial?
Yes.
Okay, and I see that you've got arrows pointing to it. So what's your next step?
I nominated Barb because she is the best teacher I've ever worked with. She is truly amazing. She is inspiring, and her professionalism is out of this world.
I like Mrs. Thompson because she's really funny and she really teaches us, and she explains it in a way that so we can understand it.
And she comes up with new ways like brain breaks to keep us like active. I mean, if we're sitting and taking tests all day, like during ISATs, sometimes between breaks we'll do a brain break.
I would say that I was passionate about teaching children, and I tried to meet the needs that every child had so that they could achieve what they needed. That I took a look at what tools were available, what motivation that child needed, and did everything in my power to make sure they succeeded.